Hello, good morning. My name is David Khan. I'm a services expert at Odoo, and today we're going to talk about the Helpdesk app. More specifically, support service mastery or delivering top-notch support services with Odoo Helpdesk. For this session, I'm afraid we won't have time for a Q&A session. However, I hope everything is set out very clearly so there are no important questions that are left unanswered. Let's move in and let's start with something very basic. What makes good customer service? Is it speed? Is it trust? Is it dedication? Well, for all of you smart fellas and gals in the crowd, you know it's all of the above. Good customer service is the one that we remember. It can be that waiter who served us water right after we sat in the table very quickly. It can be, for example, that consultant who went above and beyond what was needed and provided expertise support. Or it can be, why not, an Odoo support agent who understood the need that we had in our database and with great urgency solved the matter in time. So if we want to provide good customer service, we need to achieve those goals. And Odoo, the Helpdesk app, remember when we're talking about Helpdesk, we're talking about ticketing, will help us achieve them in a standard fashion. How? Well, if we're talking about dedication, it's important to have a personalized service. Why? Because not every client has the same needs or the same expectations. So adapting our service to whatever their expectations are is key. It is also key to listen to feedback and to improve from the feedback that our customers give us. The only way we can improve our services is by listening to those who know best, the client. And finally, we need to maintain standards. That means that individually speaking, we need to hold ourselves accountable to following up, closing tickets in time, to providing good service, but also on a greater scope, we want our team to maintain those same standards all throughout the year. And of course, we want speed. That could be done by giving our client options. Sometimes it's not necessary to go through that protocol of creating a ticket. We just want a quick answer and that's it. But also we want to close tickets that are created as fast as possible and to have a good overview of what is left to be done. Finally, we want to collaborate between teams because different teams, different skills, different responsibilities, and if someone can solve something quicker, then that is the right person for that ticket. Then there is trust, very important. We can gain the trust from the clients by following up with those tickets right in time, by giving them transparency on what is being done, how we're helping them, and what is the history of that ticket, of that problem, and that solution. And of course, by providing them legitimacy. They should know that whenever we are providing them a service, it is a professional behind the screen giving the best of their knowledge, the best of their abilities to solve their problems. But okay, I think it's enough theory for today. I prefer to see things in action, which is why we're going to jump right into this, I was going to say support, this test database, and we're going to go into the Helpdesk app. What we're looking at right here is nothing but the overview of the Helpdesk app, where I have very key information for all the users of the application. So I can quickly see what are the open tickets that I need to handle. I can hold myself accountable for those responsibilities, but I can also see my performance over the last 7 days and regarding the rating of the clients and also some SLA policies that we'll talk about later. And if I'm the manager of all of these teams, then I will see different help desk teams laid out as boxes as we see right here. I don't want to go too into detail about the business case because this talk is not really about that. We want to know about the features, so I'll be quick. We have a customer care team that will handle most of the tickets submitted to the company. And if something is a little bit too technical with them, because the technical team is better suited for the ticket, they can move the ticket, the issue, the question, the problem to the technical team. But there are some clients that, for A or B reason, require an exclusive, personalized service. Those are our premium or VIP clients that will be handled by the VIP service team. And each team has different characteristics. those need to be portrayed in Odoo one way or the other. Besides having different people working on the teams, we can also go into the settings of each team and select some features or rules. So for the customer care team, it is quite straightforward. We want tickets to be assigned as soon as possible. That's why we have the automatic assignment feature activated. This will lead to any ticket created via email, and yes, I mean email, which I will talk in a moment, via website form, or just manually created, have someone assigned right away. The criteria is that each user will be assigned to an equal number of tickets, so we're being fair regarding this. And of course, we want to give visibility to our clients with the ticket. They can see at any given point what is the status of the ticket, what is the solution provided, who is assigned to the ticket. And talking about emails, well, yes, you can create tickets through an email. It is a very fast route of doing so. Sometimes you just have a small question you want to write a quick email, send, and wait for the answer to be delivered. Well, for that, we can activate an email alias, as we see right here. So whenever someone sends an email to service@odoo23.com, a ticket is automatically created. The subject of the email will become the title of the ticket, and the body of the email will become the description of the ticket. No information is lost, everything is done automatically, and yes, everything is centralized in one place. I could go on and on and on about these features, but one, that will be boring, and second, that will take too much time. There's way too many features. There's a lot of features that we can take advantage into. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna go into the pipeline of the customer care team. What are these? These are stages that are configured for this specific team, or it can be shared, as we will see. Well, it's quite straightforward. We have a new ticket, then it's assigned, it's put on hold, it's solved, and it's canceled. Because these teams have different responsibilities, different skills, they also have different processes. And in this case, it's very straightforward. However, I will mention that to communicate with the technical team a lot smoother, I want to have this visible from the Kanban view. I want to know exactly what are the tickets that are supposed to be sent to a technical team. That's why I created this stage, which is a shared stage. If I go here in editing, accessible not only by the technical team, but the customer care team, the VIP service team as well. We're gonna see it in action, but first, let's jump into this ticket. Let's pretend we're a camera manufacturing company. Why not? And this is a wedding photographer who has a important problem with their camera. The camera battery is not lasting long at all. As a matter of fact, it's just a couple of hours. And that doesn't sound like good news, but I need more information. Instead of going out of Odoo and sending an email and waiting for a response, I can do things a lot more smoother. I can quickly, through a shutter, send a message asking, is going on, and send it. Or not, because that is not very professional. However, assuming that I do get more information about this ticket, and they tell me, yeah, well, after 4 hours, it doesn't matter if I'm using it intensively or it's just lying there, the battery is gone. And I was promised 10 hours of battery life. I have to say that as a customer care support agent, that's a little bit out of my scope, but I can send this ticket to the technical team. For that, again, I don't need to leave this screen. I can just move it to the technical support stage. Unassign myself because I'm not the technical support agent, and change it to the technical team. So now if I go back into the customer care pipeline, it does not appear at all because it's not assigned to this team. But if I go into the technical team pipeline, I will see it right here. Someone can be assigned to it, which is ideal, and can look at all of the conversations, all of the history, all of the descriptions, attached documents, etc., 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 from the previous team. No information is lost. Now, assuming that this is a quite straightforward problem, maybe it's just this one camera that has a problem with the battery, but we can do a quick repair. We may activate some of the after-sales features, like creating a repair order, and from the Helpdesk app, do all of this, because Odoo is an integrated app with all of the business lines that we have in our company. However, I will not go into detail about this because if you're interested in the topic, there will be a talk about it done by my friend Arnaud, just about after-sales services. I have to be 100% honest. I don't have the name of the talk in the top of my head. However, I do think it's something along the lines of delivering top-notch services. 11:13, right here. But okay, moving on. Assuming then that it's not specific to this camera issue, and rather it is something a lot broader that needs the care of the research and development team because we want for the next version to have an improved battery life, then we need to communicate that. And well, the problem here is that I cannot have the research and development team as a team in Helpdesk because they have nothing to do with Helpdesk. They need their own projects where they can manage all of the feedback, they can manage all of the quality assurances, they can manage all of the testings of the new cameras, let's say. And Helpdesk is not the right app for that, but Project is. So, as of this version of Odoo, what we can do is click on this action icon, convert the ticket into a task, and Odoo will ask us, okay, what project do you want to convert the ticket into a task? I'm going to choose, of course, a research and development project, and I can choose the feedback stage, so they can later handle it however they need to. Once I hit convert, I am taken to a very similar screen. However, as you can see, the stages are different, and the fields right here are different because this is not a ticket, this is a task that will be handled by the research and development team. And even though it's a completely new, different thing, I don't lose any of the information because it is inheriting the name of the ticket. It is inheriting the description or the information within the ticket, and it is also linking me to the original ticket. What happens to the original ticket? Well, to avoid any confusion, to avoid any clutter, it is archived. But if at any point I want to unarchive it, no problem. I just click again on this action button, unarchive. Very good. So we have seen a somewhat complex flow between multiple teams, but we're not just yet. We're not done just yet, because we still have to see what is going on with this VIP service team. Now they have a very key feature that the other teams do not have. If we jump into the settings of the team, you will see this icon for SLA policies that it was not present in the other teams. SLA policies, as the name implies, service level agreements, are a set of rules that I agree with my client so I can provide an extra level of service. For example, here I want to make sure that these clients who are paying that extra fee for a fast response time get a ticket assigned within 2 working hours. That is my target, but I can add some criteria. Maybe it will not apply to this helpdesk team, but it will apply to a technical team. Or it is only for tickets with a certain priority, or certain types of tickets, so only issues with tickets with a certain tag, or only for certain specific clients. I will not change anything that we have here because I'm quite happy with the configurations, and I'm going to go back, or forward rather, to the pipeline. Another thing that we see here that we did not see in other tickets is this little icon right here. So this refers to the SLA policy that we had configured. If I click in the ticket, I see that I am already failing my fast response time because the ticket was created 2 hours ago. And yeah, it's not an ideal situation. However, if I were to move it to the assigned stage, and of course assign to myself, well, it's already too late because a few hours passed. If, for example, we do it for this one, you see that here I was very responsible. I did everything in time, and I have a good response. I wanted to show something positive. Apologies. But okay. I do want to talk a little about this ticket because not, as I mentioned before, not every question, not every issue deserves the protocol, the time taken for a ticket. Some questions are a little bit more simple than others. That's why every time a ticket is created, clients will receive automatically an email telling them what is the ticket reference so they can take it into account for the follow-ups, And also, hey, don't hesitate to visit our help center where you might find the answer to your question. What is the help center? Well, let's have a look at it. If I click on this link that the client has, I'm taken to a special page in the website of my company where we have all the public information in one place. So if someone has a quick question about how to update the system, they can see one of the community forums. If they have just very generic questions, they can have a look at the FAQ article, which is created from the Knowledge app. And if they want to go into even more depth and take some photography classes, they can take the photography course with DACA. At this moment, we don't have too many articles, too many community posts, or too many courses, but maybe in a few years, we might have thousands, and it will be a headache to find the right information without the search bar. So in this case, there's a problem with a blurry camera. I just type in blurry, and Odoo is looking for community posts, articles, courses, anything with this keyword. Here, there's already someone else who had a problem with a blurry camera. So that will save me some time. That will save the client some time because they don't have to go through the hassle of going into the website form, describing the problem. No. I need information right here, right now. I'll just type in what the problem is and move forward with it. Okay, going back to the ticket though, I want to mention that this centralization of information is not exclusive to the public, to the clients, but also within the company, I might have some internal documents that I would want all of my support agents to have access to. That's why we have a direct integration with the Knowledge app right here. If I want to look for the FAQ articles and see the answer of some of these questions, it's right there. It's very easy to configure. It just takes writing some text and a few actions, and you have something very beautiful like what you see here. So if someone is, we've all been there before, someone doesn't know the question, or the answer to a question rather, but their colleagues are very busy with other tickets, well, the information is right there. It's just a matter of clicking on the Knowledge app, the right article, and looking for it. Eventually, though, we will be able to solve this ticket. And as you can see, an email is sent to the client asking for the rating of our services. All of this can be seen from something called the portal view, as we see here, or they can manage, it's not the same ticket, but they can manage what is the stage of the ticket, by who it is handled. They can write any messages to add any new information. They can see the older tickets, the history, and have full transparency of what is going on. Whenever the answer is submitted, they will also see the answer, of course. Now, in this case, it's not only just that the ticket was solved, but we also need to see the feedback form for this service and this support agent. They receive then an email with a link that they can use to give a good feedback, give a bad feedback, or so-so feedback. It looks something like, we take out the full screen, something like this. So it is very intuitive. If I'm very happy with the service, I can have a green face. An okay face means that, yeah, it was okay. Or if it was really bad service, I didn't like the answer, it took too much time, I can give a negative review. However, I think I did a good job, and I can also explain in more detail, because faces or emojis are sometimes not enough, what exactly is my experience with this ticketing or with this support agent. I'm just gonna write great job, team, and submit it. That is automatically updated in my database in the backend, where I can see what is the amount of good, negative, or regular feedback that I have received for the tickets. Speaking of which, all of this should be visible from the reporting section of the Helpdesk app that is divided into the different teams. So I know what is the performance of the teams, and also I can maintain those high standards that I have for my employees. You can have it in very fancy graphs, or, as I prefer, in a pivot view. Where I can decide on different measures. For example, what is the average rating? 5 out of 5, that is very good. But I can also see the hours to open, the ticket is open, hours to assign, hours to close, hours to for the first response, or even hours for the SLA deadline. There's also a reporting specific to the SLA status, if I want to go into even more depth, because again, these are special clients and we want to maintain a especially high level of service. If I ever need to share these reports with people, I can do so by inserting a spreadsheet or exporting the information and sending it to them. So good. Finally, I just want to showcase that something special about the reporting in the Helpdesk app is that we have the cohort view. Not only is it important to see what is the, for example, hours to open, but how much time did it take to close? And this will give us that information. If it was 0 days after it was created, then we'll see that percentage of tickets into this grid. If it was plus 1 day after it was created, it was closed, it will appear here, 2 days, so on and so forth. Good, so we have seen how to configure these teams. We have seen how to handle these tickets. We have seen a complete flow managing multiple teams at the same time, and how we can use Odoo's tools in our favor so we can answer to our clients as fast as possible. Going back into our slides then, let's see how we can achieve that dedication. So providing a personalized service or service level agreements, because by establishing those rules, we are acknowledging that certain clients deserve a special kind of service. Listening to feedback through those customer ratings and having a very good view of how we have been managing our tickets with a thorough reporting, whether it means refers to the hours to close, to open, to assign, or the feedback itself. We can also be blazing fast by giving our clients options through the Help Center. Sometimes it's as easy as just finding a community forum, an e-learning course, or maybe just an FAQ article for us to know the answer to our question. We want to close tickets as fast as possible by giving the teams an automatic assignment of tickets, and also by using the Knowledge app in our favor. So we can access those articles with internal information and not have to waste time asking people around exactly how to deal with a ticket. And of course, we want to collaborate with teams by either having them within the Helpdesk app, for example, that technical team, or if it's something more complex, even converting those tickets into tasks. Finally, but definitely not least, we want to gain our customers' trust by following up on those tickets with a very clear view in the overview section of the app, where we know exactly where are the tickets open, left to follow up, and what is our performance lately. We want full transparency through that portal view where they can manage, or by they I mean the clients can manage the tickets, see the status, who it is assigned to as well. And we want to provide legitimacy so that we can do with the after-sale services. And again, if you're interested in the topic on how to create a repair order, a field service intervention, provide a refund, a coupon from the Helpdesk app, I highly suggest watching that top-notch services talk tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. with my friend Arno. But that is it for today. That is what will give us all the green smileys that we want so hard. And I hope you enjoyed this talk. You learned a lot, and you can use this information to leverage your Helpdesk team in the future. Thank you.